Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I'm also happy to come back here and there whenever I get a chance. Sorry for the not uploading. I warned everybody some weeks ago, even in the Discord, that I was going to be busy. So that's just kind of telling everyone in the future to kind of give me a break. The reason, what I mean by that, is because I want people to be aware, I want to be as transparent as I can that I'm not going to be as flexible during a certain season or something, and my channel is going to be going empty on some videos for maybe 7 days or even 2 weeks. And that's why I try to squeeze in when I get a chance. I'll make 2 or 3 videos and then squeeze them in as I can throughout the week. But it just means I made the videos when I had a chance or something. And I wanted to cover this video real quick regarding a budget deck. So there's been several people asking for budget deck. So real quick, so what's going on is people haven't actually the adults have noticed, but a lot of other people have not. There's a uprise in prices of everything. So there's obviously always a decline. There's an increase and then a decrease. And currently, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, there was a decrease and then there's an increase again. So it's kind of up and down like a waves of the ocean. So basically, the Dark Mission deck, there's a lot of people that play like a lot of different decks. Like I play around 6 to about 10 different decks that I play myself. My favorite, obviously, everyone knows that it's Dark Magician. So I have a lot of varieties of it. I have about 10 to 12 different varieties of versions. I have 3 types of the AC 130, like the budget, mid range, and then the top tier version. And then I have like a branded, and then I have like a Dark Magician. 3 different types of Dark Magician hyper budget that are not related to the AC 130, like this one, and a few other ones to the deck. And it's because I like Dark Magician, so I have a lot of decks of the Dark Magician. And I have other decks too, like Blue Eyes White Dragon. I have branded by itself. There's a few other decks that I have also in Yu-Gi-Oh! And people sometimes ask me like build a Dark Mission deck budget or like top tier, and I specialize more on the budget because I sell them. Because the top tier I can build it, but people are gonna have to cough up like 280, the cheapest, all the way to like 390. I'm sorry, like 290, somewhere around like 300, 315. That's around the range for like a normal top tier Dark Mission deck. Even people might not believe it, but putting expensive engines boosts the deck up like it's a mandatory somewhere around the 300 range. So I tell people like to try to hurry up and build the Dark Mission deck before it's too late, because some cards, even the commons or the rares, are gonna be expensive. Dark Magician used to be, like I've said many times before, about $1,500 deck. That would explain why no one was playing it before. Me and Loza were one of the only ones playing the Dark Mission deck because this was too expensive. People waited about a year to a year and a half for the cards to go down a little. I mean, the Dragoon topped out at $200 per card. I know there's a people that don't believe it. That was the max price, even though it started at 35. And then there was a decrease all the way to about $8, and people didn't take advantage, and then Dragoons back up. But basically, to recap and end this video quickly, is this is one of the variations of the hyper budget deck that I created. I don't make a lot because it takes a lot of time and effort for me to make it, and I don't really make any profit on it because I have to drive, get the cards, build the deck, play test it, and stuff like that. So it's a lot of time and effort, and I don't have that currently. So I built this deck and I put it into work for about 2 weeks, and it's been doing really good. And it's a super hyper budget for everyone. Everyone can try this deck. You don't have to break the bank. And the cool part about it is the deck is only, you can squeeze anywhere from $15 all the way to 25. The most expensive that this deck can get is about $30, including some extra deck monsters. But the prices range that I've seen is everywhere from $15 to about 25. It's somewhere around there. So I'm gonna build around 2 or 3 decks. So one person pre-order it, and then there was somebody else who asked me from my YouTube channel to build one. So I'm gonna wait. It's a her, it's a she. And then after that, I have one last one to build. Somebody in the comment section was asking one. So I'm gonna be selling them for about 1 or 2 weeks. And then after that, I'll have one left over to anybody else who wants it. So quick recap, only 3 I'm building. I'm not building more because it's a lot of time and effort, and the deck actually costs more to build and time. So I don't want to do that. So I usually just do a favor to the community. So like I said, one guy pre-ordered it. It'll be ready like in 7 days. And then the YouTuber lady that asked for one, it'll be on standby for a week after that. And then after that, like I said, I'll have one copy for the public. So real quick, we have 2 Dark Missions, United Dragon, Anchor Tops, 3 Dark Mission of Dark Illusion, 2 Apprentice, Dark Growth, 3 Rod, 1 Spellbook, Prophecy, 1 Illusion of Chaos, Dark Magic Attack, Dark Magic Veil, what is it? Secrets, Spellbook of Secrets, Deployment, Knowledge, Upstart, 2 Prep, 1 Soul Servant. This one is the English Asian version, so on the back is Asian and the front is English. And then you have the Call by Twin Twister. It does not carry the super poly. I included it because I wanted to win some duels. I just wanted to boost the power to win some duels, because you don't want to go on, because a lot of times you're dealing with like tier 0, tier 1 decks. You can't even beat them with top tier, so let alone beat it with this deck. So I needed to increase some of its power just to win some extra duels. So I put it in there. The substitute for that one is 2 Circle, 2 Dark Magical Circle. But for this one, I put the Super Poly. It does not include an extra deck. The only card that is included is like 1 or 2. I think 1 is Crawley, the first Prophecyr, and I also include the Artemis, the Moon Maiden, I believe. And then I think I include 1 Dragon Knight as well. It's only like 2 or 3 monsters that are on the extra deck with the deck. After that, Secrets, you have Restage with the right hand. Then you have the Circle Salvation, and you have the, what's it called? There can only be 1, 2 Skill Drain. For the Skill Drain, people that want to opt for like the cheap version, they're opting out to get the Strike or Judgment. They're both common. But for this version that I'm playing, I put the Skill Drain just to boost the power. And then 2 Crackdown, they're the common version or the super. And then 2 Eternal Soul, and then 1 Dark Bribe. So now, before I end the video, explaining a little bit of the deck, there's a lot of Dark Magician in the deck. A lot of them. There's 5, and then 6 with Illusion of Chaos, because he'll get you to them. So you seen me duels like some strong decks. I wouldn't say top tier, but they are like top meta. They banish everything, like Evenly Matched. They do all kinds of stuff. They banish everything. They were playing Ice Dragon Prison afterwards, banishing my Dark Magicians. Like, they're banishing a bunch of Dark Magicians, and you saw in the duel, it doesn't affect the deck. They can banish all the Dark Magicians they can. There's too many to play with the deck, and the way they interact, they just come in and out, in and out. So it doesn't hurt the deck. Even Bestials, nothing's going to affect it. And if you doubt it, go see the duels. I already posted up some duels. The opponent banishes everything, and it doesn't affect the deck. The deck just plays normally. So it's pretty broken for like a $15 to $25 deck. I'm pretty proud of building this profile, because I was able to skip a lot of the super expensive cards and actually pulled out all the Bestial. And what's lovely about this deck is like 99.9 Dark Magician, except for the Panker Tops, I believe. But that's pretty cool, because it's like it's almost super 100% pure Dark Magician, which is a lot of people's favorites for fun decks, and this one's going to hit that spot. You can remove the Panker Tops and put Magna Hut, and it'll boost the power a little bit. But I just like Panker Tops on there just because. But you could do that, or you can put a Dressworm and a Magna Hut and replace it for one of the Illusion, Dark Magician, Dark Illusion, and the Panker Tops. So you can put the Dressworm and the Magna Hut there, and it'll be excellent. The dex works fine. It draws Dark Magician from everywhere with the Princess Illusion. You can boost. The rods work good. You're solely depending on Circle Eternal, and you can take your opponent's monsters, popping the back row. And it doesn't have an extra deck, like I said, but with it, it includes the Dragon Knight and one Crawley is what I'm guaranteeing. Sometimes I add an extra if people want one, but that's about it. When you see me duel against other decks, when the decks become too dangerous, like people start using too many broken cards, I tap into the extra deck because I have access to it, like the Dragoon, you name it. As long as it exists, I have access to it. So when my opponent ups the power, like if I'm playing a deck that's too powerful, I start going into the Dark Magicians, or I can go into about anything, like a Dragoon, anything I need, and I boost the power of the deck. As you can see, it can kill, I wouldn't say all top tier, it can kill a few top tiers, and it can handle its own against any regular top meta deck, even with all the hand traps and everything and broken cards. So it's a very fun deck, very cool deck. It's super cheap to build. Guarantee you 100% you will never find anything similar as cheap as this deck or as powerful as this deck anywhere. Go look for it anywhere you want on Mercari or eBay or what is it called? TCG Player or anywhere that you can possibly think of. You're not gonna find anything remotely similar or as powerful or as cheaper as this powerful Dark Magician deck that I created. So on the top I put 30 because I actually got the extra deck, but I had some extra deck monsters. But this is the deck. If you want it at like 25 or like $22, like cheaper, I do change the cards slightly a bit, like the skill drain and what's it called? What's this card here? Crackdowns to like enemy controllers and skill drain. I switch them for Solemn Strike. That's it for the video. Hopefully you like it. Like I said, the deck does a lot. You can include all the extra deck monsters you want. The deck summons a lot of level 7s. It's pretty broken in stock for the budget. I'm going to end the video with that. And quick recap. One person already ordered one. The other lady on YouTube, I'm waiting for her to tell me. So the decks are going to be complete in 7 days. And then there'll be one last one to the public. They'll be on Mercari pretty soon. If anyone has any questions or concerns, let me know. If you want to continue to see this deck in action, I can show you. But the deck is pretty good, it's pretty consistent. And with that having been said, you guys, God bless, take care, and Dark Magic Attack.